There's a saying that goes that if you have nothing to hide, if you have nothing to hide, show everything. If you have something to hide. It's not going to go away. It's not going to go away. So, as much as your boy Trump was trying, doesn't want to go away. So let me just say off the bat here: do I think Trump may have been involved in illegal activities on the Epstein Island? As so, no. That's just my gut feeling. So you have to just listen here. If you were to ask me right now, do you feel that he did anything illegal with an underage female at that island? My answer is no. That's just my gut answer. But when people are saying that, oh, release the files. You know how they say release the standard code? Release the files. And his trepidation to not release the files, stuff is now being edited, there are now pieces of footage missing. Then I'm like, okay, if you're innocent of anything, why wouldn't you just want the stuff to be released? Because again, it's like how he says, wait, why are you so obsessed? Why are you so obsessed? People are so obsessed with this. It doesn't matter. Fine, it's stupid. But people just want to know. You see, if he just fully released everything, then no one will say anything. People can talk about that, but we've given you all the evidence fully unedited, and then boom, you can move on. But the more and more you don't release it, the more intrigue starts to rise. The more people start to say, well, could he? If I'm innocent of something, and I know I'm fully innocent, oh man, bro, show the footage, show everything, fine, boom. But if I know that I may be guilty of something, or there's something that I may maybe look guilty, then I'm going to hold things back. You see, not every conspiracy is true. Not every conspiracy is true. And I think as a society, we love to live in this kind of world in which like every kind of conspiracy is true, or the thing about whether it's the moon, JFK, or anything. So I think people want to believe that Trump did stuff that was illegal, and they can now finally send him to jail for being involved with an underage female. That's what people want. But sometimes the reality is not as sexy or as exciting as the conspiracy that you see online. But with this Epstein thing, my thing to Trump is just release it. Because by you saying that, like, why are people so obsessed with it, or you're trying to now divert attention, people's intrigue is only going to grow. So the more and more you divert attention, the more and more you get frustrated about people wanting to see the Epstein files, the more people believe that you're guilty. That's just how the human mind works. If you have nothing to hide, you release it. If you have something to hide, you'll divert, you'll get angry, you'll get frustrated, you'll get defensive, and the more defensive you get, the more angry you get, people are like, oh no, he's definitely guilty. Because this is proof of guilt. His anger, his defensiveness, him now diverting attention, oh, this is true evidence of guilt. That's just how human mathematics and brainwaves work. You see, Epstein, man. Your boy Epstein. Hold on, where was your boy Epstein? Where's your boy Epstein? You want to try and separate the real world from the movie. I'm a movie guy. I've watched a lot of movies. I am a movie freaking aficionado. Like, my whole life is just movies. So I've watched a lot of movies. And I try to separate real world from the movies. So everything I see with Epstein is stuff of whether it's freaking All the President's Men, or freaking JFK, or freaking Nixon, or any of this kind of conspiracy kinds of stories. Money never sleeps, everything. So I'm trying to think, okay, like, did someone get to Epstein? And was this someone really higher up because they wanted to stop Epstein because of what Epstein was going to do? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, it feels very much like JFK. Like if you watch Oliver Stone's JFK, amazing film. Whether you believe the story or not, like Oliver Stone's JFK, it is one of the craziest films ever made. Craziest films ever made. It was one of the best things of all time. Shout out to the GOAT, Donald Sutherland. Rest in peace, bro. GOAT. But when you look at this whole Epstein thing, it feels like a movie. So a part of me is like, surely this can't be true. Like, surely it can't be true that someone tried to get to him because he has so many people who may have come to his island and may have engaged in certain acts. But then I just say half up. The rich, the wealthy, Roman Polanski. Guys, just do your Googles on Hollywood and how decrepit, sick, and twisted a place that Hollywood is. So when you're dealing with extremely wealthy, rich, white people, a lot of disgusting stuff comes through. And that's just not just me talking, the evidence is there. Go look at what rich, wealthy, privileged, white people get up to. It's pretty sickening stuff. And Epstein is in that pool of people that would be into this very sickening stuff. And then take a look at this. So, when Epstein was placed in the special housing unit, the jail informed the Justice Department that he would have a cellmate, and that the guard would look into the cell every 30 minutes. These procedures were not followed on the night of his death. Red flag. On August 9th, 2019, Epstein's cellmate was transferred out, but no one took his place. Later in the evening, contrary to the jail's normal procedure, Epstein was not checked every 30 minutes. The two guards who were assigned to check his jail units that night fell asleep and did not check on him for about 3 hours. The guards falsified related records. 2 cameras in front of Epstein's cell also malfunctioned. That's okay. You see, one coincidence is fine. Another coincidence, these are too many unlikely things happening at the same time. So when you read that, on one hand, it could be like, just a crazy coincidence. It was just a crazy wild coincidence. And sometimes in life, you can have these crazy coincidences. But then the other part of me is, those are a lot of coincidences. And if this guy knew extremely powerful people who were involved in illegal acts, like one Prince Andrew, the royal family, who has been protected. Prince Andrew was involved in that stuff, and he looks like a man who was involved in that stuff. So once you now see all these things, you would then be like, you know what? Someone got to him. Someone powerful got to him. And when powerful people are involved, they'll stop at nothing to protect themselves. I mean, look at how Prince Andrew was protected. Because he's rich and he's powerful. He doesn't have to answer to anything, doesn't have to stand up onto any scrutiny or to any hard-hitting questions. He's protected because he's rich, white, and powerful. So I think Trump needs to realize this. The people, the world, the culture want to know. They just want to know. And the longer you allow this to linger, the more people will be like, we need to know. So until he releases those tapes, people will always be like, Epstein. And the longer he doesn't release that stuff, they'll be like, oh, you're in there. You're guilty. That's the point. By him not releasing it and acting like this, and now without hearing like the FBI guy is like, oh, there was nothing to be seen, and now we're not hearing that some stuff was edited or doctored and there's stuff missing, then it's like, people are stupid. I've always said this, that people at large are stupid. Hence why I say 99% of people are stupid, 1% are smart. And the world is ruled by the 1% because the 1% who are smart can rule over the idiotic zombies and sheep who are the 99%. But there's a level of stupidity that people can't go to. And not releasing these Epstein files and thinking that people will just forget, you're going too far there. People are not that stupid. People are not that stupid. So my thing for your boy Trumpy is, and here's the thing, guys, and yeah, okay, let me, and this is actually a very key thing here. If I'm Trump, I don't know that there's anything that will make me look bad politically or perception-wise. I'm not releasing those freaking tapes. Heck no. And you can say whatever you want. If I know that there is stuff in there that makes me look bad, I am not releasing that stuff. And he can do whatever the heck he wants. Like, he's ruling like an emperor. He won the popular vote. So he's like, I can do whatever the heck I freaking want. So if I'm Trump in that position, I'm not releasing those freaking tapes or those files. It's not happening. Heck no. Because people, you elected an emperor, and he's moving like an emperor, aka a chief. He's moving like an African dictator. And I know about African dictators. So, no, if I was in his position. But if you don't release those files forever, for your whole presidency, until you release them, people will be like, what were you doing on that island?